No, we're just doing it. And then as Druid comes out like, oh, it's Visage mid. We're just going out.
I mean, I feel like this Fnatic draft is very strong, and I don't think that Alchemist... It is a high ground defense hero. Yeah, the mutton shots are
that's
really
a scary guy.
Look at those.
Really nice.
But I feel like there's so many Alchemist games nowadays where you just like lose all your 2/2 towers and then you can't farm. We have seen some that have been really successful, but this pressure that comes from Fnatic, it doesn't solve that problem.
It just really looks like Team Liquid are going to win this one. You know, that Matu here, you know, he's playing up. He's got himself the lone Druid. We got Miracle here in the mid lane. On this Visage he's playing. We got, this is some Liquid Dota right now. Just going for this like quick super push kind of a deal. It's like potent, like old Liquid sort of style. I like it though. Envy used to play a lot of lone Druid. Very good on the hero.
No.
Always enjoy watching that. But it's bear versus bear. And one bear can be better than two bears. Ursa, if he gets on top of either of the bears, can certainly shred it very quickly. And you already have the Wind Ranger too, so you have to be a little bit cautious with your bear positioning for the shackles.
All right. I guess the scary thing is that you do also have the Savage Roar, so you're going to need something like a BKB on Sylar at a pretty decent timing. I think, again, the big thing is like a push coming from a Visage happens so much more quickly than the push that's going to be coming from VGJ Thunder. And how many of those items are VGJ Thunder going to be able to get up before the pressure starts to be mounted?
Yeah, it can depend. Like, this Wind Ranger can certainly get kills across the map with the Ursa, so if they end up waiting on this lone Druid to maybe get his items, like, I think the Enchantress is actually pretty vulnerable.
Okay. Do you think you still go Helm nowadays on the lone Druid?
Envy? Maybe. I could see it. He might just go try to kill into like a Radiance or something. I don't even know if he'll go for like a smaller item.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on how his lane goes, but yeah, I still like Helm personally.
Okay.
I think the attack speed aura is just too strong.
And then you get the Rabid for your creep that you take too, which is pretty nice. As we do see a couple of the tips starting. DJ, Yang, DJ's tipping his carry, which you'll love to see. Yeah, I'm excited to see this Earth Spirit. I think that, as you mentioned, it's a hero that has not been around in a very long time. And the chat wheel spam is already beginning a little bit. Has the potential to do some cool things. Look at this movement, though, from VGJ Thunder. They don't have anything skilled up yet. Lion is the one that's walking a little bit behind. Earthshock maybe, but they can't get him.
Hoping to find something with the line here, but it's not going to be there.
He could drop down a ward. They see him, though. DDC realizing he's going to back out. They are moving into the area, the rest of Fnatic. With that, it's like a battle for this rune. Gotta be careful, they've left. The Alchemist is no longer here. DJ still has his role if he needs to use it, as they're starting to lay into the heroes. Brambles out as well. They force back Pylai Die, and VGJ Thunder brought more heroes. They're good to go.
Yeah, not very effective Brambles there. Weren't able to catch the Wanderer out there, so they get 3 runes. Real nice. And what is our lane going to be then? So we've sent Eternal Envy into the top lane, and who will be matched up? They probably want the Ursa? No, they're going to send the Wind Ranger, okay.
Alright.
So Wind Ranger and Fade to come up top here. See if they can pressure onto the bear, and DJ, I assume, is going to try and get a kill down bottom first. And Sylar knows it.
Oh, that was nice. That was a really good placement there by Sylar, because he knows the other heroes aren't going to be in position to follow up if he rolls in. So now seeing DJ's in the area, and if they want to, they could go on DDC, who's just pretty far out of position.
Yeah, I don't think he actually ran into DJ. I'm not sure if they actually saw each other. I think they were super close, because that would be pretty suspect positioning from DDC if he saw him.
Yeah. Well, they do manage to find a range creep deny. The early battles here for CS, as Freeze is having to deal with the Visage in his lane. And so far, Lone Druid been able to have a fine time. I mean, is this a lane where they need to bring another hero to help out the Lone Druid?
I would think so. Especially if they like pull this lane back at all. But it looks like they're trying to ensure that they don't have to. They blocked off the hard camp there so that VGJ Thunder can't pull. And this isn't really a situation where you'd be bringing a sentry. It's the Radiant, right? They're not going to have time to bring the courier up here, which means this is just going to stay blocked off, and that should secure that they don't need a rotation from a support up here. And that allows the Wyvern to help out mid and help out bottom.
Freeze getting hit and dove as there's 2 birds in his lane as well. They're getting the Soul Assumption stacks up and are going to be able to find Freeze a good bit of damage, but not quite enough. In the bottom lane also, they're able to find 1 kill.
They got to kill top 2. They dove Envy under the tower, and then they also lost Universe bottom. So a couple losses there for old Fnatic.
Necessarily what you want to have happen. And Freeze in the meantime still fine here mid.
And that just means if they kill this bear, right? Problems for old Envy.
Yeah, 100 seconds.
This definitely guarantees he's going Helm, by the way. If he's being left alone lane like this, I mean, he already has it queued up, but it's just like the odds of you being able to get a Radiance in a sort of a decent time are just completely minimal. And he's essentially destined to be a poor lone druid. And so that just means you get Helm and you play with your Visage.
Yeah, and now they're sort of zoning out the rest of these heroes. They've already brought the Winter Wyvern towards mid, and Freeze is just forced to taunt away and try and play this sort of off-lane-ish type of role, but it secures that Abed is getting a good amount of gold.
All he can do is chat wheel.
No.
And he has a level available if they think they can get a kill Concoction.
Yeah.
But they can't quite force it out. And they actually do pop the Arctic Burn at the very least, so he didn't get to get the full harassment off there, and that means he can go back in towards a Grievel's Grieve. He can find some last hits.
Interestingly enough, it looks like on top of Envy having Helm queued up, it's also Abed that has it queued up. If you can get this before that, you know, 10-minute mark, or I guess maybe even 5-minute mark, some people talk about, you could potentially get the catapult that's going to come in with that.
Yeah, depending on how well your lane goes.
Trading hits so far, as they did bring in the Willow to secure Freeze a little bit of a better time.
Yeah, we talk about these 2-1-2 lanes. They don't necessarily have to be in 2 side, 1 mid, 2 side. We've had quite a few 2v2s in the mid lane because people are going for these cheesier heroes. And Alchemist, he definitely fits the bill. You know, he's not the cheesiest like auto win hero, but he is a hero like Huskar that like you just need to change how you play mid because you don't want to give him a free start.
Yeah. He's the type of hero that can just get off to the tracks and start dominating a game. We do have the Arctic Burn, the roll through, the stun, as well as they find DDC and should be able to secure themselves a kill.
It's good that DJ's getting these kills too, because he really wants to get him towards that urn and then just keep snowballing from there.
Yeah. Visage does have an Invis rune. He's not going to be able to do anything with this one, as the Alchemist is just running back home.
That's nice. He tips his allies. That's positive reinforcement from Fnatic. You know, a rare sight at TI, the ally tip.
That's true. You gotta appreciate your team. That's how you build chemistry. It's the way to be. About 4.5 minutes as teams get ready to fight for those bounty runes. And Abed getting closer and closer to that helm. Don't know if he's quite gonna make the mark there as far as getting it before the catapults come out. But nonetheless, they are going to rotate in now. DDC shows up, and they don't have an answer to just the bear punching him. And now instead, they're actually going to chase and try and take down DDC themselves. Pylai Dai making the rotation. That secures the kill.
Yeah, and phase boots here though on the bear.
Run, run.
Oh, he gets the bounty rune. He'll be okay.
That is,
I think he's okay.
3 of them? No,
he's not okay.
He's definitely not.
Definitely not okay. He is too speedy.
No. Now, 3 bounty runes went the way of Fnatic. Lone Druid also getting pretty close towards his, but will not have the helm in time either. Universe, level 4, about to hit level 5. As far as CS is concerned, he's a little bit behind the Ursa, but it's not too bad.
Nah, relatively okay. Still looking for his ring. Help him with some pressure on this lane if they want to with the catapult.
Yeah. Oh, roll in. A miss there, though, onto Sylar. They do throw out the enchant. Does still have overpower available if he wants to use it.
He's trying to whittle him down a little bit here, and I think he could create an opportunity here, but it looks like they're just going to leave the catapult.
Okay.
Especially with the massive cooldown that's left, there's not really much hope of getting it.
Yeah. A little unfortunate, I'm sure, for Fnatic, but at the same time, you can use that enchant later to pick up one of the creeps and find a kill opportunity. But yeah, as far as CS is concerned, it's really just been Envy the one that's been struggling.
Yeah.
because he's been left alone.
Fade is taking up residence in the mid lane while Freeze heads to the jungle and just abuses some of these stacks that have been made for him. This is really nice stuff here. Look at these stacks from the Dark Willow. And so this not only helps the Dark Willow because of the gold, right? But getting yourself this lane like this is a very greedy support. We talk about having 2 super greedy supports in the line, the Dark Willow. This helps solve that problem by going early into the jungle.
Oh, is DDC really going to get out of here? He just TPs away.
Yeah, no stuns left.
Wow, really impressive.
This is really scary stuff. Like, he just cleared out a full double stack, and if he gets there in time, he can stack that camp below him too. He's not going to be able to throw it there. Oh, he's going to go for it.
Tries to.
I don't know. It's going to be close. Go, Creeps, go! Oh, that potato!
It's got to get its boots on. They're a little bit quicker, my way.
So disappointing for Freeze. I'm sure he's very sad.
Well, Abed gets level 6. This is where things get particularly scary, and that's why we saw Freeze head back to the jungle. Doesn't want to be hanging out there mid where you could potentially get dove. And really, it's a big timing window for all of Fnatic as they do find Sylar. Great roll in some trouble. DJ trying to escape. He does get out. Now DDC turning as well. Only level 4, and all he can do is mana drain for another couple seconds. As DJ will have another round of rolls and stuns in a sec. DDC, hello, stun again, and out there, gone.
I mean, he may have died, but the fact that you can, like, earth spike someone and run under them is one of the coolest things in Dota. It looks so good. They got body block me? Haha!
Sylar is in some trouble here as Universe is just continuing to make his life hell, and also towards mid lane. Freeze taking a lot of this damage. The stuns are there. They get the kill. Abed tanking the tower. He doesn't care.
Oh, that's an impressive amount of burst. I mean, you expect that from this hero when he gets the helm, where it's just like instantly dead. But against an ultimate elf, very nice. And Dire still get it. And the kill. Yo, sniped.
Oh, good power shot there as well. And they try and take down this Enchantress. They find the silence. It's not going to be enough, though. In the meantime, they did also kill off Fade.
Oh, another power shot. This guy's on fire.
It's pretty good. Yang is good at Dota.
It comes in, power shot, kill, shackle, kill, power shot, kill. What? This guy's clean up. This is the mop and bucket. Yang. And unfortunately, 2 of his heroes fed a Visage mid. Dark Willow went for the play after the Alchemist died, and then just died to the Visage, as Abba just went enshrined, I believe, too. And so he's back up to full HP, and he's like, all right, now I got a medallion. Thanks for the 2 deaths.
Yeah.
And he's being backed up by a Wyvern because there's a big target on your back after a double kill like that.
Right. You've got a streak going, potentially. You're going to end up drawing a lot of attention. Top lane is still being pressured by the bear, though, so they need to send the Dark Willow up there to deal with it. And that means nobody can really come mid, and you just go for the quick medallion onto the creeps. You take down this tier 1 to very low HP. And meanwhile, bottom lane, more pressure onto Sylar.
Well, he's already lost his tower. He's kind of in the danger zone, and that's what an Earth Spirit needs to prey upon. Try and find some place where you don't have any sort of TP help for rotations. I think he should be mid soon, too, because he wants to join in on a dive like this. But it's really risky to roam in like this, but he has an Observer Ward.
The other thing to keep in mind is that this is all under the vision. These were placed down a couple of minutes ago by the Dire. DJ is going to kick them away, and then they're going to miss on that smoke gank. So all of this vision laid down has set the stage for Fnatic. They know, okay,
bringing Abed too.
You can't actually come up there and contest Envy. We're going to leave him completely alone and just play on this side of the map, and they're going to own it.
Yep, good scan too, just on top of the ward to make sure there's no smoke. Pilot Eye will skid out Yang.
Another ward placed on this half of the map.
A bit of a riskier gank too, just because like they went in at the 10-minute mark, so they were trying to catch some of the bounty rune. So it gives them the bounty runes, but it just means they didn't have the tomes yet, so there was no 6 on the Earth Spirit or the Wyvern.
DDC being chased down here. They have other heroes in the area. Yang moving. They're trying to bait this out. The Earth Spirit could set up for something big.
I think with Abed gone, it's not worth. Okay. Half duration still left though, and now they're going to go for it with the impetus.
Kick back, more damage. They've got vision. They can hit him. And unfortunately, no way to break that TP for Fnatic. Taking a look at the net worth, it's still Abed who's leading the way on this Visage. And God, he's getting close to a Solar Crest. This is why this hero is scary.
Yeah, farms very fast. And we talk about these mid heroes that can farm Ancients. And Visage is another one of them.
Yeah. Likewise, though, Freeze trying to get towards a Radiance himself. Already level 8, and he's going to try and go for the deny on the tower, it looks like. We'll see if they realize what's happening or if it will just end up being denied. Yeah, they just take it out.
Has been denied.
And this entire time, they've still been farming under vision for the Ursa. They know what's going on here.
All right, well, you've got the first couple achievements. Like, whenever you have a Visage like this, you really want to take down the tier 1s as fast as possible because you just have this, like, really big power spike with Helm and Medallion. So that's going well for them. Roche is the next one on the menu for sure. As they're going to find DDC down bottom, roll in from DJ, and then the Soul Assumption just to top it off. That creates a spree now for Abed 3-0-0.
The other thing to keep in mind, they were just tanking the tower with the bear, and then they had 2 catapults hidden away, and that manages to get the tower without committing anything besides the bear.
Yeah, they need some denies. That's another one.
This is really, really rough here. They got the 1 deny mid, but now you have the bear, you've got all these Visage birds. The pressure that's coming with the catapult here as well, like, it is so hard to deal with this.
Like, what did that Terrorizers do? You know what I mean? It had nothing. Like, all right, I guess they let them kill the catapult, but now you're dead.
Stun on it too, the fear as well. They're all magnetized. They get stomped also. And that's going to be another one dead. And the tier 2 tower down.
They will catch themselves a Wyvern in the mid lane, but, I mean, Wyvern doesn't care. Just leeching XP trying to get 6. Because it looks like the tome went to DJ.
And I gotta say, the vision game coming out from Fnatic has been spectacular, and they will run into DDC again. They spot him under the wards. They decide to roll in for this, or Spirit, a little too far away. But yeah, that play at top 2, just the bear tanking the towers while they had the 2 catapults hidden it. Super solid stuff from Envy.
Yeah, and I like Universe's choice here. He's always been a player very good at identifying when a 4-staff is like the best option possible. He pretty much buys it on every hero when he's up against an Ursa. I remember like big game when he's like Darkseer versus Manila Masters. They like won them the game. They just went 4-staff first, and I mentioned this game. It's the exact right choice because they need to find a way back into this game, and it's off of this Ursa. Sylar will get scouted out here, but they're not going to commit. They're getting towers. They are just stomping across this map, but there's the danger of Lone Druid versus Wind Ranger.
Oh, the root sound. They got him caught, but immediately Abed comes in, and that puts the kibosh on any hopes of potentially taking this fight. Fade. A lot of damage. The stun, the silence, the kill. Abed dominating.
That is a hard one to get out of. Especially when DJ was there with backup, too.
Alchemist. He's kind of alone. They have Winter's Curse.
Yeah, this is definitely worth it. They have to.
Oh, they might not even have to, though. DDC shows up. They get the silence onto both of them. No follow-up at all. Abed kills off one. They get the other. Fnatic just laying waste.
6-0-1. This is Roche for sure if they want it. They can honestly go for the tier 2 instead, and I think that's what the pings might be saying. They can't decide. Roche, tier 2. Roche, tier 2. Back and forth.
First world problems.
It's so difficult when you're just winning so hard. It's only a 1k lead, though, but again, that's an Alchemist. So that's probably the vast reason why. Like,
when a Visage is above an Alchemist, the Alchemist is not happy.
No. You got problems.
And this is what we were talking about. It's the type of draft that so quickly can just become a problem, as Yang wanted to go for the wind run away, but unfortunately, Enchant is a spell.
All right, now, if anyone told me Fnatic would win the fastest game at TI, I'd love to see the percentage on that prediction. Because I mean, this is one of those games, all the tier 2s are gone.
Yeah.
That's a lot of towers. Currently, we're at 6 towers down at 15 minutes.
And not one taken by the Radiant, and they keep on remaining aggressive. They know they're going to be here to defend, or to try and get themselves some bounty runes. And with the TP out, DJ? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, just not sure where he was.
That's fair.
Solid play there to get out. Now, can they actually capitalize on this stall? Because there's still some tools, still the Winter's Curse, but not going to be in time.
Oh, great shackle there as well. They managed to find him. The stun that follows up the roll. The kick on to both of them. They have the silence to follow this one if they so desire. Yang trying to run immediately. Enchanted and killed off. The power shot actually clipped DDC there.
Yeah, but kind of reveals him. Just like, oh, please no. But can't moonwalk out of that one for the Wind Ranger. And a buyback for the Wyvern doesn't really end up being necessary, but doesn't cost you much. It just helps you run towards Roche if you'd like. Just guarantees you're not going to throw any of this lead, because that is a threat, right? Ursa can't just blow up a hero like that, and suddenly you're feeding a lot of the gold you've gained back into the enemy team. And there is a relic done now for Freeze, and he already has the recipe. So Radiance is prepped at 16 minutes. Considering the state of this game, admirable. Will it be enough to carry them? I do kind of doubt it, but There's always a chance.
I mean, if you look at what Fnatic is doing with their damage, it's a lot based upon right clicks. That miss percentage is the best possible thing that they could hope for.
That is true. That's like 70% like HP. Their you know, it's expected survivability basically.
Yeah. But when all of them
effective HP, I knew there was a term. I found it, guys. Don't worry, I got you.
It's the Trent facts.
Yeah, it's Roche Pit time.
Trent facts instead of Trent packs. You like that?
Yeah, I thought about making a series called that. Then I realized I didn't make cool facts. And then I realized I have to make YouTube videos and edit them. And I was like, man, Trent facts does sound cool. It was like facts with Trent packs, or it was going to be like
FAX.
Trent hacks. That was my other one. I've gone through this. Turns out YouTube's just not worth the effort. If Dota Cinema can't make it, what hope do I have? I mean, what's the point? Jeez.
2,000 net worth lead right now for Fnatic, but it feels a lot more than that. And they are going to move in towards the Roche Pit. This needs to be a defense here. VGJ Thunder, they're smoked up. They know this is where they could be. They find Universe right at the start. There's a big hero to pick off if they can kill him, and they will. But can they stop Roche from occurring? The Terrorize on to only 2. It clipped on the DJ, though. He's the main team fighter they've got.
I mean, they're so far away, though. They just don't have the mobility to do anything because they don't have the items. Yeah. Look at this Wind Ranger. You're sitting on a Javelin. Like, there's no Blink Dagger. And they can't do anything.
Yang thinking about going. He does get a nice shackle there. That's about the best they can hope, but it still doesn't come up enough.
All right. This artificial, you know, like in the rear view where it's like object in the rear view is closer than they appear. Yeah. That's like the opposite in this game. VGJ Thunder are further away than they appear because of the Alchemist. Like, this is not a 1K lead. This is like a 5, 6, 7K lead sort of deal. They got problems on the side of VGJ Thunder.
And he's going for Blink Dagger next, which is what we've tended to see as far as like get in there and actually make stuff happen. The downside is that there's already a Spirit Vessel on DJ with 6 charges, so you need a BKB to deal with that. Wow. And it's just not going to happen.
It is really nice, though, because this is a big change up for the Alchemist, where in the past you get Radiance, and then you still had to buy this Manta, and then you just shoved waves, and you weren't even that much of a factor in the team fights. New Alchemist is pretty different. Once he gets up into like that concoction cooldown, I think you just buy it when you have the Blink Dagger. And did we just curse him? Did he just buy Yasha? All right. Never mind, I cursed him. He's going Manta. Oh, why? I feel like they need to fight, but I guess he thinks they just can't fight, so he's just going to try and rat because Fnatic are going to rely on 5-man to actually take tier 3s. Might be the play. DDC looks like his ratting not quite successful.
He salved up there even, trying to just stay alive and get a TP, but did not happen, and now the pressure is coming.
I feel like that Blink Dagger, like in sync with the Ursa and then the Wind Ranger, I kind of feel like that would have given an opportunity, but it is more damage with the Manta. You can't really disagree with that. So if you can get the Ursa and the Wind Ranger to set up the fight instead, it just puts more pressure on them, I suppose, instead of Freeze.
Well, results-based analysis is always the way to go.
I like it.
So we will see if they can defend high ground. If they can defend here, it's all worth it, right?
Yeah.
That being said, there was just now a Radiance done for the Spear Bear. Doesn't matter if he's shackled, I guess, as they use the Glyph. Dark Willow still not here in the bottom lane, trying to pressure the tier 1 tower. As we do see the slow siege and the stun onto 1. Sylar takes down the bear 1 time. Terrorize gonna connect onto 3. Not bad. There's also a shackle there onto 2. Yang doing a lot of damage here, able to burn through it, but there's gonna be the cold embrace. The Curse Crown stun as well onto Envy. They managed to find a kill onto Abed, and now looking for more. This is Envy really close to going down, but he will live through it. 1 for 1, but the one that died on VGJ Thunder is a lot bigger.
They're using Spirit Vessel charges, but they're not staying. So it looks like that'll bring them back. They still have another 3 minutes with this Aegis, so yeah, really important that he didn't go down there. And now you can see Yang went down for the bounty runes, and he's like, oh, I'll get this. Oh, it's not there. Oh, I'll go get this one. Oh, it's not. Where'd it go? Oh, the bear. Because it's Envy. Guys, do you think Envy isn't going to be on top of that? You're wrong. This guy knows how to get the bounty runes.
And he can push out this bottom wave and then just go back in again once Visage is up. So they can continue to control this part of the map, take down shrines. They're in a really good position right now on Fnatic.
And this shows why the Alchemist felt pressured to get the Manta, but unfortunately it just takes so much longer to get than the Blink Dagger. Like, he obviously would have had the Blink Dagger and they would have had a chance to use it to fight. Instead now he has to try and farm up towards this Manta to try and combat this split pushing by the Lone Druid. But the split pushing isn't the problem. It's the bear on your doorstep right now in the top lane.
Yeah. impossibly hard to deal with. If they could manage to kill it, it would be 40 seconds dead. Curse Crown is going to be there as well, looking for the poof back, but not going to happen. Still on the acid spray. Throw down the bramble maze as well. More power shots, more death coming, but the cold embrace is going to be there in the bear.
They need it. This is their only bear.
Yeah.
And then 20 seconds.
Although now it's at a point where if you kill it off, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Pump faking the terrorize. Still, the mid lane is going to be pushed out, but that is a full lane of barracks. Is Fnatic just constantly capable of keeping that up. They lose their helm scrape, but
look at Envy just waddling around, nothing but a helm and an Aegis. It's the least value item slots I've ever seen in my life. He just needs nothing. He just walks. He's like, just come on, come at me.
His bear doesn't even have boots.
Who needs it?
This is like,
he wants them to catch up to it.
This is the embodiment of this draft. Like, you just literally walk at them at 280 movement speed, and they can't do anything to stop it.
Oh, this bear might have just been sacrificed.
Yeah, that's a resummon. 300 gold. They have their bear back. I mean, that matters.
Yeah, that's okay. Another 4-staff picked up here, just so difficult for Sylar to have an impact before he is a basher.
God, look at Alchemist farming out the enemy jungle. This is the way that you got to do it if you're going this build. But even with the Manta, I mean, does that really solve the problems that they have in this game? I don't think so.
It alleviates a lot of pressure.
Right.
Doesn't solve it, but I think it ended up being the right call. I think Fnatic only getting 1 lane of racks and not winning the game. They might have won the Blink Dagger fight, but this was the, I guess, lower risk sort of a play.
Yeah.
I think he just got scouted out by the courier, but he TP's home.
That will secure the Manta now, so the split push of the waves will go on. Also do have the unstable concoction cooldown that we were talking about. He finally picked it up, as well as the 400 health talent at 15. So a little bit harder to kill off. You still have the Spirit Vessel on DJ.
How do they initiate here? It has to be the Ursa and the Wind Ranger. And Envy has lost the Aegis, so that's a great target for them. They really want Abed. Plus they have to deal with this Wyvern, and very unlikely they can find Paladin with this 4-staff. He can just play so far back.
Freeze will push out these lanes, and it looks like Fnatic thinking to push down bottom. That way there's the longest distance that Freeze has to travel to come from protecting the wave before he gets into the fight. Disciplined play so far by Fnatic as they have a 3,000 gold lead. The Shackle will land. Sylar hitting the bear. The Cold Embrace keeping it alive for the moment. VGJ Thunder needing something to deal with this pressure that's coming out from Fnatic. A Curse Crown will connect yet again. Cold Embrace back up in 6 seconds if they want to use it.
Ogre Frostmage helping the bear out here. Look at this, does nothing with the Solar Crest. The tower is worthless.
31 armor after the talent, as well as the nice armor.
That bear, go ahead.
Fear. It ain't happening. Again, the Terrorize, they're able to find the stun, not bad. A Shackle onto 2 as well, they manage to get it, but DJ jumps in, magnetizes, as well as the Silent Stun onto 2. Sylar has no backup at this point. They're trying to blow up 1, but DJ's still living through it. Freeze jumps in, gets the Manta off to take away the full combo coming out from the Magnetize, but DJ still lives through it all, and the buybacks galore, but they still haven't solved the Fnatic problem.
Yeah, everyone is still here. Plenty of Spirit Vessel charges to go around. Pops 1, still has 3 remaining. And they're back on the high ground. Just excellent combo breaking move there from DJ.
Assault Cure Ass is done for Visage as well.
Yang is so important. They need that Blink Shackle. Sylar just has no control.
And this time around, Terrorize not going to be used as they find the stun from DJ. They split the uprights of the barracks. They get the kill with the silence.
In the Shadow Realm. She just dies.
I mean, I think that feels good for a lot of pub people.
It really does. Just to see that, like, this little black figure just dying. Can't even stop.
Radiant's middle tower.
Well, they're hitting the last tier 3 tower, and VGJ Thunder, again, they've got a draft that's made to try and outlast with the Alchemist, but he is just nowhere near online enough, and no amount of power shots in the world are going to be able to stop this push. They need the Alch back, but they also need him to push the waves.
Well, I don't think Fnatic are going to slow down here.
I mean, Roche capable to respawn. It will be back up in a minute, but they are just ready to hit away at this tower. A good shackle again.
Yeah.
But it eventually is going to fall. They don't have the outspam they need. They will terrorize back up again. But it looks like Fnatic finally going to cool the Jets.
I think with the bears being so low and there's no bear for 20 seconds, that they're just going to retreat back at the shrine. And they have a lot of gold too, so should probably spend that and not sit on like half of your lead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Obviously one way that you can lose out on an advantage that you've built.
Now, there are a lot of heroes down here bottom for VGJ Thunder. They're anticipating a movement and seeing if they can potentially pick somebody off.
And the bait. Oh, wow.
The break away DJ, the reactions are there. And now VGJ Thunder need to get the hell out of there. The Winter's Curse, it's onto one. Terrorize, it's going to land onto two. But the stomp, it comes through. The kick as well, it follows it up. This bear has been left nowhere to go.
Nice enrage to save his life, though.
Oh, and the jump forward, the magnetize, and manages to hit onto 4. The secondary kid is going to maybe reapply it. Can he quite kill off DDC in time? It's not going to be enough.
Wow, so long. If there was ever a player I needed to have a voice line that says, yes, I just did that, it's DJ.
This guy is freaking out of control. And
Envy.
Again,
Objective focus.
they take down the melee barrack. Sylar trying to build up the Furious Swipe stacks, but this is only a bear. And guess what? He's got a friend who's coming back to life in a second.
Not a lot of hope in terms of a catch here.
I mean, in spite of everything else that's going on, it still only is a 10,000 net worth lead. Like, Alchemist is, like, kind of catching up, but this is an Alch who needs to be playing from ahead. That's how the hero is balanced.
Ahead, but with this build, it's a little different, right? Like, he's not actually fighting people. He's just pushing waves and everything, so he's got some plays going.
Right. And Roche is up.
Needs to push these waves. He did get the blink. That's good, yeah. Needs that.
Ooh, Visage, Ag Scepter. And also the Soul Assumption hits 2 targets. A lot of damage. Blade Mail Bear with the Vlads.
Oh, they probably think they're in Roche. Rightfully so. So they'll scale it out, see they're not, but then they're going to lose it when they come high ground, so now they know where they are.
Yeah. And the bear can kind of zone out. If they want to, they can go for Roche. They don't need to, though. I think that that's probably one of the ways that you could potentially lose this game.
Fade's actually stuck here, but it's in a position where she could have an impact as the Willow onto that Roche. However, Fnatic are not interested in that. They are looking for kills.
Oh, man. All they need is just one opening from DJ. Or anybody, honestly. We got a lot of plays to potentially make.
They're all on top of a ward now, too.
Paladai backs up. And with that, it looks like the push will stop. And maybe, again, going back for Roshan, since they're going to have really good vision in this area. Or they wait for somebody to push out. Fear. Keeps back the Wind Ranger. The stun, a rare miss. But they did find DDC as he's going to drain the mana of the bear. Curse Crown to follow that as well. God, so much damage coming in from the familiars. Yang just doesn't have an answer, and they do jump forward onto one, but the Winter's Curse pulls him back in, and, well, there's going to be the combo that you needed out of your Earth Spirit. Sylar trying to run through and get away. The rest of VGJ taking the damage over time. Alchemist also soon to be in trouble as he is completely isolated and going to die. He does have buyback. You hate to see it, but he has to use it, and now they roll forward for more. They take down Fade. He buys back as well. Everybody's back alive, but they don't have the majority of their ultimates.
Envy wants those mega creeps. He's in there with the birds. And they're going to micro that away. Break this. A nice stomp there, too, just to slow them down. Save these birds.
They're taking him down. Yang almost dead. Does manage to barely escape. But they are mega, and DDC throws out the finger. It's not even enough to kill off Abed. Guess what? Gravekeeper's Cloak is a pretty good ability. And now the jump away. Again, Yang just wants to kill off DJ. He's been a thorn in his side all game long, but they're not going to be able to do it. And GG is called. Fnatic winning game number 1.
Excellently played. I wasn't that confident in their super push strat. I thought maybe there'd be a chance for them to hold on with the Earths and everything, but they just, even though Envy had a really rough start, like he was by far the